You probably heard about Nazi doctors tried at Nuremberg. But what if I told you Japan ran a secret human experimentation lab, and instead of being punished, the doctors were protected by the United States? This was Unit 731, a top secret facility built by Japanese militaries in occupied China. What happened there was horrific. Southern civilians, mostly Chinese, but also Koreans, Soviets, and others, were used in experiments without consent. Historian reports things like medical procedures performed without anesthesia, exposure to extreme cold, disease, and chemical agents, testing the limits of human survival in low pressure and toxic environments, even weaponizing illness and releasing it into civilian areas. It was called science, but it was cruelty disguised in lab coats. So what happened after the war? Justice, trials? No, that time. The United States made a secret deal with the scientists behind Unit 731. In exchange for their research data, they were granted full immunity. None were persecuted. The man in charge, Shiro Ishii, lived out his life in peace. Some of his colleagues went on to become professors, doctors, even public officials. Meanwhile, the data from those human experiments, it ended up in Fort Detrick, Maryland, headquarters of American Cold War Biological Research Program. According to declassified documents and scholars, the data helped shape military medicines and biological defense strategy during the Cold War. For the victims, they were erased from the textbook, ignored by post-war Japan. And to this day, no official apology has ever been issued by a Japanese Prime Minister for Unit 731. Let me ask you this. If Auschwitz had been built in China, if the victims were Asian, not European, if the doctors were politically useful during the Cold War, would justice still have been served? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. International law and human rights have never been truly universal. They are shaped by geopolitics, by who holds power and who doesn't. But the silence does not last forever. On July 31st, end of this month, a new film called 731 is being released globally. It exposes the truth of what happened. What was buried for decades is finally coming to light. Listen guys, some wordings and photos, I can't say it in here on TikTok. I have a full article with photos and Substack, link in bio. I really appreciate you guys for all your support. Thank you very much. Take care.